Hello. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. It's actually 4 p.m. right now. Normally, this time I'm driving, but today I'm just home. I'm cooking. This is some rice and some cheese cream on top. I learned that you don't actually need to eat rice with a soup. You cannot just eat rice by itself, or you can eat rice with some butter. So I just learned that. So I'm not gonna go into my window because it's getting dark outside. So I'm gonna stay in my room. And today it's the finals week, so it's Monday, December 8th. Tomorrow is December 10, which is Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, no. Tomorrow is December 9. Then on Wednesday, December 10. This one I have exam, the final exam. On December 11, I have a final paper, research paper, and also a final final what? Final I forgot what the final does. Yeah, final exam as well. So very busy week, and I've been studying the whole day, and I got tired. Outside is very cold. I believe it's like let me see, it's probably like around 30 degrees Fahrenheit, but on my phone it says that it's actually uh, it's 17 degrees. No, it's negative. Yeah, it's negative 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So it is that's like around 30, 29. So anyways, my house is very warm. Like I said, the last time when I moved here, I have those tiny things over there. I don't think you can see, it's dark. They make the house really warmer, so I don't need the AC, nothing, no air conditioning, nothing. That's warmer. But it's gonna be really hot in summer because those things stays hot the whole season. But anyways, I've been studying, and my exam is going to be a lot of writing, so I have to memorize a lot of things, a lot of facts. So I've been like taking some notes and studying, and it's not too hard, but when I'm taking the exam and I have 2 hours to finish that, I have to like the first question I do great, then the rest of the question my brain shuts down, like I forget everything. That's like something I've been experiencing for many years, right? I tend to forget things, so I need time to remember. But I will try my best. I try to sleep enough today and tomorrow, until Thursday. I'm gonna cancel many other plans that I have. Other than that, that's what I have to share. I don't have much to share. I don't have anything else new. And today I attended Mackenzie workshop. There were so many economists who actually attended, and they were discussing about the outlook 2026 because the 2026 is coming up, and they were discussing about the market power, market structure, market dynamics, right? Things like inflations, things like job cuts, right? There's so many jobs being cut. They are as we speak right now, they have 1.2 million jobs that have been cut for the first time in many years. The effects of AI. My voice is very low. I think I'm about to get sick. The effects of AI is really coming up. The what is the effects of AI coming up? I can't remember something else that is coming up. I don't remember things coming up. The effect of AI. Tariffs are kicking in, right? I spoke to people when I was doing Thanksgiving, tariffs are coming to show up on the prices, and because of that, companies have decided to actually fire some people. But when I'm speaking, I'm trying not to impose the emotions on my face. But tariffs have been showing up on the prices. I spoke to some families, Arab families. I don't get to experience that, but people with families, people who are consuming goods like Medicare, things like who are commuting to work every single day for, I don't know, for whatever reasons, jobs, commute, right? Take their kids to school, buy their children food, right? Tariffs are kicking in. Yes, I mentioned how the gas prices have gone down. Many other things have gone down, but there's an implication, right? If you work in, I used to I used to work in a company called Shadow Quick Logistics, where I used to ship makeups and cosmetics, like beauty, women's beauty, sometimes men's beauties too. And a lot of these things were coming from China, right? And the tools that we used also came from China. The boxing, like those steel tools, and things that we don't realized in the United States, especially policymaker here in Washington D.C., is that when you pass those tariffs, right? Those tariffs, um, a restaurant might need to have a a new knife, but knife is made by a material that needs one part that comes from China. So as you increase the tariffs on those parts, the whole price goes up for the material. It directly affects something else. Um, those are very small details that people don't think about as much until they realize, oh, whoa, we wanted the tariffs, but now we're getting affected by this. Then companies have to fire people and then like allocate funds to something else, right? Maybe buy parts in somewhere else, or just keep buying Chinese goods by paying more tariffs. Um, that's all I think I have. I read in news. Yeah, so these economists are discussing about how it's going to affect, both the U.S. and they also touched on Africa, how Africa has the youngest workforce, and that is going to be what like really good. I've been talking about Africa so many times, so I'm part of the workforce, and I think that the new generation in Africa is really booming, and is being given and the attention to and the opportunity to like start working. We realize that I think there's a realization that by overthrowing the government and installing military, those things, it's not going to help these countries. So what they're realizing is maybe they should sort of give them jobs, give them opportunities, use the resources and all those things. Um, the last thing I want to share is that I just read today from the Associate Press. Let me scroll down here. Associate Press. What is Associate Press? So it says that President Trump, President Trump. How strong is my voice? Okay. It says that. Let me scroll down again. So this is from Associated Press. That's how I get the news all the time. So Associated Press, it's right down here. No, it's right up. So right here. So it says President Trump is proposing a 12 billion farm aid package. Okay, the front end of America. So the news said that Trump is proposing a 12 billion farm package to give to farmers. I didn't know read the news, but if he did this, sounds like a good idea, because I made videos many times that farmers in the US need more money. They need to be subsidized. They need investments. I'm not comparing the US with China, but the US I think has done very little. Okay, they have focused on other countries in terms of like USID and those things, but those organizations have been eliminated. Those companies have been eliminated. Now they have money somehow. That money needs to be given to people in a rural town of the US and give them some money and eventually help them. I feel like the rural America needs more money, needs more funds, especially the farmers, because farmers give us food, and if you give them more money, there's a possibility that we can lower the food prices. When the food prices goes up, guess what we do? We end up giving people food stamp, and the food stamp, you know, if imagine like I spend about $50 a week, right, on average, sometimes a month, right, $100 a month. If you have food stamp, you have kids, people, so food stamp usually have kids, and you go to the store and then the price is up. It's not going to help you out. By subsidizing farmers, you can lower the price, and thereby everybody can afford food on the market. So I feel like you need to subsidize farmers, give them more investments, especially the fading farmers that are fading, farmers that are shutting down and they are closing doors because they can't A, make sales, or B, they lack equipment and support. Right? There are a ton of those farmers. I've been through North Carolina. They're struggling. It could be climate change, it could be research. They need some help. So I've been thinking something needs to be done, and I'm glad that he's proposing it. Hopefully Congress will approve it, then we can allocate money to farms. I think we need to invest more money in rural America so that we can have people move from the city to the rural area. People used to move to the rural area. There are people who don't belong in the city. Okay, cities for people who are making policies, people who are doing businesses, right? Traveling, people who are really living in, especially people with raw skills. Like, people should not be in a city if they have raw skills. Jobs like construction workers, machinery, right, mechanics, manufacturer, those jobs belongs in rural America, and I think we need to do that more. Allocate people in rural America. And to do that is to allocate funds. People move with money, right? If money is moved to rural America, people would pack their bags and leave. So I feel like, I'm glad Trump is doing it. I feel like somebody watches my video somewhere, because I really don't know. Because when I say something, it gets like they work on it in Congress. So that's what I have for today. I don't really have anything else. I feel like I'm about to get sick. So I need to. I hope I pray I don't get sick before the finals, so that during the finals I can eventually maybe something else. Also, I'm happy that on Friday it's gonna snow. It's going to snow when I'm ready to finish my exam. Once my exam is off, listen, this is the same thing every year, right? Like, this is why I encourage you, if you're watching this video, always finish your bachelor's degree, do your master's degree if you can, and to get it done completely. Like, if I had a master's degree, I only have to do this. I only have to worry about exams. But if you have the mind to go to school when you are still younger, 20 years old, 19 years old, 25, 30, no matter how old you are, but always do it quicker, because the stress of school is really hard. Like, when you study, everything looks fun and cool, but then during the exam, you have to pass. Like, if you fail, it's not good, so you have to pass. So good news is this program is only 2 years, so 32 credits. That's not too bad. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching. This video will be uploaded tomorrow, maybe the next day, I really don't know. But other than that, thanks for watching. Like always, I will see you tomorrow in my next video, giving an update of what I have learned, what I've studied, and also get to share what actually I'm going to be doing in the actual exam. Alright, that's what I have. And always, Take care. If you're in Washington, D.C., stay warm, stay dry. If you're in other states, bye bye. Ciao, ciao.